Hello, I'm NeoGets, and welcome back to Rogue Legacy. Now, it's actually been a little while since I've recorded any of this. The last 4 episodes were all recorded within a short time of each other, so I apologise for the rustiness I'm probably going to display this evening. One thing I notice right now is up in the left corner, there's this thing telling me I can change profile. Now, I've had to be going on a separate profile on my computer in order to play this game without affecting my save for the Let's Play, so this is quite a nice change. I don't know when it was put in, but the game did update itself earlier today when I turned the computer on, so it might be a new feature, I'm not entirely sure. So let's see, probably, because I don't want the far-sighted, going to be one of the liches. Dementia can be quite funny, but oh, I really like the crow. The crow storm is a brilliant spell. Seems to send out more crows the more things there are on the screen. So we've got a little bit of money. It's not a great deal, but it is some. Ooh, I want to get back over here. I want to focus on a little bit of armor improvements, because now we've defeated Alexander, we really need to look at going onto the upper reaches of the castle. I apologise in advance for the lag that the fog that there is in the castle is going to cause me. Not much I can really do about that, but we will do our best to deal with it. It's just unfortunately something we are going to have to handle. So let's head in, and I sort of want to focus on getting money in order to improve my armor stat, but at the same time it's sort of better to I was going to drop low enough to miss that. It's better to upgrade your actual armor rather than... Oh yes, he does that. But it halves your HP, I think, every time you do that swap. It's not the greatest thing to be doing repeatedly. Oops. Didn't know if I'd one-hit kill it. Couldn't quite remember how weak the monsters at the entrance of the castle are, because I've been using a grace room on my other account, so I've been struggling quite a lot with the upper reaches of the castle on that one. But I've not played it for a while because I got sick of not being willing to take on the boss up there, because I didn't want to spoil any knowledge until I was on this account, as I want this to be the one where I sort of discover a lot of new things. Okay. That's not a big break to break things in. Yep, didn't think that was going to work. Hang on. Let's just do that. And then these crows will then fly around, harming things. Completely forgot I've got the crow for a moment. There we go. A little bit of gold and stuff. Now we've got to get across here. I truly hate that room because I always screw up when to jump. Last. Come on. Less of the stupid mistakes, please. Although there are going to be a lot of them, I'm afraid. Still not really improving. Oh, I must have a retribution going on. Not entirely remembering which runes I've got on this guy. But I'm sure I'll get back to that soon enough. Get you. There we go. Yeah, they seem to be dying when they hit me, which implies that I'm wearing retribution. So, any other ways continuing up the castle might be that far one over to the left, which would be annoying if it is. Lovely little dwarf hole that I can't use. Oh, just nearly hit that. There we go. But yeah, I want to try and get my armor vastly improved. Although, here we go, as that is something that I do struggle with quite a lot. Let's just hit these guys, do it again, and can't do it again. Can attack them. There we go. Don't know if everything in here is on the same sort of one hit to kill, so try and kill the last one before I leave the room. I've been debating changing how I'm going to do some of the upcoming videos. because I've got quite a lot of sort of grinding for money I'm expecting to need to be done. I hate these guys. Just one replaced. Come on. Lost. Really hate these guys. So I was thinking of, instead of doing the usual displaying every run thing, just sort of display any key successes, mini bosses and things I managed to kill, and any sort of like final goals and how much I purchased with it, rather than sort of, yep, that's fine, showing you everything if it gets a bit tedious. I hate guard boxes, they shoot so much. Yep. Oh, I've got you once. Come on. I'm feeling quite limited in where I can stand right now. Ooh, actually jumped just then. Very twitchy at times, there we go. But I've been practicing on various ways that, if I can jump in, you can take on the different mobs out here. And, oh god, I hate wyverns. Or whatever, not wyverns. Why have I got the word wyvern stuck in my head? Those dogs that are down there. Hate them. Always manage to get me before I get them. It just kills me a lot. It's a nightmare. They leap so quickly, I just am no good at it at all. There we go, lucky. Now, that's gonna hit me. There we go. Yep, well that's fine, I can take that one. Just as long as that guy shooting the arrows doesn't get a good shot in. Like that. Oh, don't walk out the room. Do not want to accidentally walk out the room, thank you. That's what I wanted him to do. Ah, why did I jump? Okay, well, as you can see, not great at the monsters in the top of the castle, but I am trying, and I think what I'm going to do is actually lock down that castle, purely because I want to sort of find the boss, find out what he is. Don't care about much else at the moment, just want to find out what he is, get an idea of what I might be wanting to do in order to take him on a bit better. So yeah, we've got the retribution, or retaliation. I don't think I've got the money to unlock anything. The only other thing that's on that one is more double jumps, so no, there's not really any point to changing that out at the moment. But I might change it out. It can be useful against sort of wall traps and things, and occasionally does enough damage to kill off the thing that hit you, but at the same time I find that I'd often rather actually have one of the other rooms. Okay, that's fine, no more of the evil eyes that appear in the other two parts of the castle. Oh, I forgot to lock it down, didn't I? Blast. I have found that some of the areas of the dungeon are actually not that bad to take on. There's a sort of pattern almost to some of the enemies. They get themselves lodged in places, and so you can actually take on quite a lot of the enemies without too much hassle, which is very nice. So a few things I do that for often. Quite nice for gaining money. They tend to drop an awful lot more money than other areas of the castle, but sometimes you walk in, if there's mages or anything around, they just kill you very quickly. So this room's fine with certain spells. The crow is amazing for that room. But yeah, it's gambling as to whether or not you'll be able to make use of actually taking the risk of going in there. So might not try that very often. I'm trying to... Oh, I didn't know I had that stat on this guy. Do I have that stat on this guy? Wrong button. Let's see what he is. Yeah. Surprise. Did not notice that when I chose him for some reason. Get you, and the one that's sitting in front of that. I've had a couple of instances of the compass that you can get on my other run, which has been quite fun. You get some really useful stuff if you can get to the room it's pointing you to. Fortunately, a ridiculous number of times that has been up in the tower, and I haven't been able to get it, which is slightly infuriating because they regularly give you blueprints and come on, brain. Yeah, the regular. Oh goodness. You get blueprints and you get stat upgrades, which is really nice. Ooh. Oh god, I'm in the wrong place. Yep. It's fine. 1 down, 2 down. Wonderful. There we go. The Doom traits are frustrating because of their projectiles. You sort of can't just risk getting above or below one because they have a really bad habit then of hurting you an awful lot. So I'm hoping slowdown isn't too annoying because of mist, and that you can put up with it. It's not seeming to be much slower than the normal character is, but when I'm not recording I have a slightly better frame rate, and then it is really noticeable when you have the slowdown when I enter this part of the castle. Unfortunately, I can't show you that because I can't get those speeds off the recording, but most characters run sort of at the same speed as the Hokage have been doing. Hello, you. Can I get you? Thank you. Beautiful. And so, coming in here, and I'm back to this slow speed, really frustrating. I actually seem to play a little bit better when not taking that. I am... evil personified, that guy is. Don't think I can do enough damage to him with this spell to reasonably do this. Stay over that side of the room, please. But yeah, it's quite infuriating, this slowdown, because there is no real reason for it to be occurring. Blast. Did not want to take that damage from him. Uh-oh. Oh, from the way that was sat, I thought that was a mimic for a moment. And just realised I jumped him. I should have checked the mini-map. Brilliant thing for finding out if something's a mimic or not. Because mimics don't show up on the mini-map, whereas chests do. Because this area, absolutely full of the blasted things. And they really like to hurt you. They do quite a bit of damage. And because I often don't realise that they are mimics before I've got into attacking them. Great. This is not good. Goodness. This is a strange room. Is that thing in the middle? Wrong thing. No. Just got to deal with that. That's okay then. Not actually as bad as it could have been. And we've got a nice little bit of gold, but I'm really looking for iron chests, so back down to the starting point apparently. Just try and avoid getting hit by anything in here. I've been doing a little bit better getting used to this down swipe. That's not the down swipe, the dropping through the platforms without having to press A. Still not doing brilliantly at the down swiping. Sorry about that. Oh god, one of those. Let's just dodge, because I really cannot take those on. There we go. Yeah, looking for any iron chests in the hope of getting new bits of... oh, damn it, I caught it. Did not mean to catch it. There we go. Miss those. Try and kill these off without actually having to get too near. Brilliant. Don't mind about the chain guy, but really didn't want to get too near too many plants. Although plants aren't a major issue, they just are a real nuisance. Excellent, just who we were looking for. We're nearly out of health, so going in there is about to kill us, but I just really want to know what the boss is creature-wise, so that we know what kind of thing... That's not an iron chest. Okay, you're just one creature, you're actually quite easy. That was a bit of a strange flight pattern you just had there. Come on, back over here. Or not, you know. You could just stay completely out of the way where I can't get you. Thank you. There we go, get some more gold before we go and kill ourselves. Another one. That's not anything down below. So, come on. Back up here. These are some mini Alexanders. Quite an easy way of referring to them instead of my confused I or not method that I usually stick with. Any signs of that room at the end's got a chest in it, but I don't think we're going to survive getting over there, so let's go kill this poor guy off and find out what the third boss is. Okay. It is... oh, one of the things I like to refer to as eyes, Ponce de Leon. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Not the kind of thing I want to be a boss. Oh, and there's lots of things. And he's leaving behind a trail of fire. How brilliant. Just what I don't want a boss to do. When does this fire despawn? Goodness. Oh. Okay, so which bit of him actually hits you? I'm sure his out of flame just hit me. There we go, we're dead. Okay, so contact damage quite high. Spells might be the best thing to take against him, as otherwise quite problematic. So a spell sword would be amazing. No, you couldn't give me one, could you? And I don't have the option. There's an option that allows you to once cycle the options in front of you. Well, we could take another paladin in who has an interesting spell. That one that, if it charges at us, it gets hit. But I don't think they'd be knocked back by it. I think they'd just go through it taking the damage. If he pauses... let's try that one. Because at least then, when we're not just willingly killing off our character, we can actually take some extra defense from this thing. So let's try that again. Lock it down, as hopefully we can just get more of an idea of if the boss has any other attacks. So let's head straight into that, probably fail completely, and when we do, we'll go for a normal run around more of the castle, getting some more money and things. And I've just realised I completely forgot to look at the time when I started recording this. Oops, why have I gone in? I need to go over to the teleporter, don't I? So, okay, so yeah, that's that one. So it must be a slime of some sort for the fourth one down below. Now, the slimes, as they level up, I'm not sure if the ones up above us will be, but the ones in the dungeon below are. They leave a fiery trail. Well, a lot of the mobs down below do. And, oh, it's a very sort of low tower. It's really quite tough, because that happens so often these days. It's really quite tough to actually deal with the fiery trail, because it persists for so long. I wouldn't mind if these things persisted for less time. Now, if I had a lifesteal on hit option, yeah, it's not a lot of damage, but it is some, then I'd take out a lot of these spike balls just by deliberately running into them. Okay, we've done a little bit of damage to him. Almost want more double jump. Oh great, I'm an exaggerator. There we go. No idea from just the numbers then how much damage I'm taking, but actually quite a lot. This isn't going to go well. I knew I probably was nowhere near ready to take this on, but the more you move around, the worse this fire trail causes you trouble. There we go. I almost want to cast a spell on him when he pauses to charge at you, but that's me just about out of the spell. There we go. Goodness, surrounded. Great. So dead in a second. Oh well. Now got a bit more of an idea of him. So that's good. We can focus on actually doing stuff against him in the future. Ah, there we go. Okay, focus on getting our stats up. We know what we need to do to kill him. I think a ranged caster of some sort, much better. So let's probably... oh, tunnel vision. That's only a lack of visual on the projectiles, so we'll risk it, get the money, and our 18 gold because we ran straight in. So this time, let's just run into a new castle, explore the castle as a whole, looking for money. Not worrying about going to the upper or lower reaches, because spelunkers really are a little bit too weak for that. So there's a boss below us, boss to the right, 3 bosses to the right. So that one below us will be the other boss. Quite a few fairy chests. I'm looking forward actually to when I've got all the runes out of those. One of the nice things is that I should be due quite a lot of the feat runes, given that we've got a whole one of them so far. So that's quite good. And... oh, missed. Go on. So then, once we've got all of those though, we start getting other things from the chests, which is quite nice. As that can be quite useful, especially for the rare chance of getting a stat upgrade, because those really are invaluable. Thank you. So let's see what this room is. I'll just leave jukebox. As I say, soundtrack's amazing, but it takes too long to sit here enjoying it during a let's play, so unfortunately not a room that I actually take advantage of whenever it appears. Although absolutely lovely. I was driving along the other day with my iPod on shuffle when the soundtrack for this game came on. I think it was the forest that came on, because it wasn't quite the main theme or the castle, but it was one of the ones that I hear a lot of, and it was just brilliant to hear it. The quality of the recording really is excellent, and so thoroughly enjoyed that as I was going along. Oh, that was stupid of me. Realised the moment I started moving. Go on. But yeah, really nice to have it come on. There's a couple of tracks that I don't find as good for listening as you're going along. They're great if you're just listening to the soundtrack as a whole, but when it's just like driving along or whatever, some of them are not as favourite. Mainly things like the boss ones often. I prefer the exploration tracks, but that's just sort of personal favourites. It's not that any of the tracks are worse. Oh, idiot. Oh, split. Okay, get out. It's gonna kill us if we stay. Okay. As I said, spelunkers really do die quite quickly when they're in mind control. But yeah, love the soundtrack. I hate these rooms because you can't get to the blasted chest. You have to kill all these mobs that come at you for a real lack of reward. Although at least the mini Alexanders are quite easy, and there isn't an eye in the middle that's never going to stop shooting us this time. It's one of the most frustrating parts of these rooms. Nope, can't get to that chest, so keep going horizontally and we get to the boss room. Just what we needed to do. And one of those disappeared. That might have been a wolf. Mobs are often quite... ugh, I hate those rooms. There's eyes in that room which are shooting out. Blasted rooms. There we go. A little bit of gold at least, as we can up that armour skill again. What actually is the current damage reduction? 22%. Not too bad. I know it's going to scale quite slowly, but oh god. Maybe not. At at least it's something. Let's just skip that. Okay, so this character didn't last long. Ooh, actually managed to down hit in time. So often when I kill the eyes, I don't manage that down strike in time. Let's jump on to a fourth one then, as these have been going quite quickly. So who do we have? Archmage, but gets sent flying, not so great. Colorblind, not too bad. And nice lot of damage. Go with the damage again. And let's jump up and get more armor. I mean, there are 50 upgrades, it is quite a lot, but they are going to rapidly get out of affordability. That one's kind of tempting these days, but I don't know. Everything else I buy just increases the costs. I'm semi-regretting purchasing the Lich. Have I actually got the upgraded Lich yet? No, so I can't do the convert. That's alright then, because actually I find I tend to accidentally hit it and murder my HP. But yeah, kind of regretting getting the Lich because I don't use that character as much, and by having it there is able to come up, that's a slot on the random table that reduces the chance of getting things I want to come up each time. It will be improved when I have a good enough run to get the randomization. I do hate that immunity they have when they spawn nowadays. But it's not too bad, you know. I just have the odd run that is with a character I'm not overly favouring. But you don't get to pick your kids in real life, so, you know, just take the traits that come. And in their own way they're good, it's just not my preferred playstyle. Okay. I always misjudge exactly how much time I've got on those. There we go. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think to a sort of montage of key things for next episode, rather than me showing everything, because I get the feeling it's going to be getting slightly repetitive. I'm not sure if you might enjoy that, I don't know. Please comment below, let me know what you think, and if you like the idea of a montage, then I will put together one of those. If you don't like the idea of a montage, I'll just record the footage as normal and put it up into the episodes as usual. It's actually a lot less work for me if you don't want the montage, but bastard chickens, they're going to be the death of me. You know, it's just an idea in case people are getting bored of seeing everything. I quite like having a complete Let's Play that shows everything, but this one, it has been going on for quite some time now, so I can understand if you'd like me to skip some of it. So, as I said, let me know. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, another one. Any extra ones I found on the second game, I've not been reading them, I've just skipped the text through, I'm not looking. So let's see what we've got in entry number 15. I remember being a famous adventurer. My martial prowess surpassed all of my brothers, that I am sure of. While they spent their days buried in their bookish studies, I was out killing brigands and monsters. I always wondered why my father favoured them over me. Isn't it always the opposite in fairy tales? Fortune favours the bold, not the insipid intellectual, or something like that. Man, I would love to see my brothers try to outthink my sword in their face. Well, it's good that someone in the family was different. Boring when everyone's the same. And from the sounds of things, he's a blooming good swordsman, because I swear I'm utterly convinced he's the final boss. Ow. Why did I downstrike? That was a stupid thing. There we go. Yeah, utterly convinced this guy that's left all these journals is the guy that we're going to have to kill at the end. And by the sounds of things, he's going to utterly murder us a ridiculous amount. Okay, so we're already up here. Let me just finish clearing this room, just for the sake of completion. There There we go. Just bugging me to leave it. And let's actually head on up again. We've got almost enough to get some money. That's a lot of ninjas. Start that going. Ow. There's a guy that's shooting arrows up there. That's one down. Shouldn't have jumped into those because you pick them up again when you jump into them. Which then, unfortunately, stops them jumping around the room. I believe it's if you are hit by them that they get picked up, otherwise they keep bouncing for a lot longer. I think that's what I've worked out. I hate that monster. There we go. Got it this time. Beautiful. No, not doing badly on the gold, although we are about to die. Teleporter, no thanks. Ooh, there was a chest in that. Can I get to it though? That's the question. Let's see. Oh, what are you going to do? Probably bounce exactly back to where that was, yep. Got it. Wonderful. A little bit of extra gold. Pretty guaranteed that we'll be able to afford the next armor up piece at least. Oh. Blasted extra mages. Ooh. Be a bit more careful. There we go. Oh, there's a... Last. Oh well. One more and then we have to call this episode because A, starting to get a sore back, B, no idea when I started recording, so this might be a long episode. Oops. Might not be. I get the feeling it will be in the end. Spell swords are quite cool. Let's see. He's got a nice ranged spell, can get back his mana. Not bad. Barbarian Queen, always good. Has the shout. I wonder if the shout has any effect on that boss's projectiles. It's one to think about, but the Alzheimer's is not good. I hate giants, so spell sword it is. Just do not like playing giants. Often see on the forums when people are asking what's your favourite class, lots of people say giant, but really not my favourite at all. I just bump into too much. I don't know if it confers any sort of bonus to your damage or anything. Slightly improved range on your weapon because of the increased size, but that's sort of the only benefit I've seen. Whereas like the dwarf I love because he just runs around dodging everything, but has to be right next to things to hit. You know, so that might be what the trade-off people like is, but I really, really don't enjoy it. Not for me. You know, but it's like the, there's another class I haven't unlocked yet. That is really expensive to unlock. Oh. Actually, other than the confined room thing, he's not so bad, this guy. Oh, there we go, and he's only fired once anyway. Excellent. There we go. Just a lot of differently sized portraits. That one in the middle always gets me paranoid, even though I don't think I've ever had this room where that one in the middle was actually real. I don't know if it's possible. Always makes me think it will be though whenever I see it. One of these again. When you have plenty of double jump, you can just avoid all of these upwards challenges, which is really nice. Okay, we'll try it. We're no good at it, but we'll try it. At least we only have to take no damage on that route. There we go. What do we get? Balance rune for the bracers, which I think we said also means the feet. Typical. So, excellent. And balance is, I think, the nice mana HP one. So, brilliant rune to have. So I think we'll definitely be swapping that one on probably at some point. Right, let's continue up the incredibly slow passageway. It's really nice when you've got a couple of retribution runes on when you get into those, because you just instantly murder all the things on the walls, which means if you need to go by again at a later point, you're already destroyed. So, not a bad trade-off. but it requires multiple retribution runes, which then means you haven't got all of the extra like health gain things, so it's a good trade-off for killing things, but only if you don't mind taking all the damage first. Once I purchase more of the runes, I think I'm going to start actually having customized sets for different classes. Things like the Barbarian that can take more of a beating, I probably will actually swap on Retribution. That was good. So we'll have to see. Oh yay, let's have a read of this one then. See what they've got to say for entry number 16. What if years have passed since I first entered these walls? It is true that I am becoming more proficient in clearing monsters, but it feels like an age has passed. I have even forgotten what my own kin look like. I think that's just the craziness of this place getting to you. What if they think I have failed? What if one of my brothers has beaten me to the cure? I don't know. Given that we can't get out with the locked wall, can anyone actually get in? And what if I mistook them for a monster? Easy. Easily done. But I don't think anyone can get in, can they? While the castle is undefeated. At least that's the impression I get. I don't know. I'm inferring things by talking utter rubbish pretty much because I don't know. Master. Oh well. Let's get you. Get you. And get you. And you. Thank you. Now do you mind jumping? Thank you. There we go. Nothing too bad. Sort of been getting the pattern of a lot of these creatures down quite well. Often screwed up still, but much improved over what I was. I'm not being quite as stupid. Should have dashed. As I expected I would be coming back to this after quite a break. As I say, even though I've been playing a lot of it off camera, it's still been a while since I've played it on either account. There we go. But no, got into it again just fine, it seems. Let's get that guy out of the way. Quite get him back I have expected. There we go. Need a lot more money before this has been a worthwhile trip though. Okay, that's fine. Yay, I just love doing that, sorry. Something about the oversized spells is just quite fun. See what else we can do. So yeah, the forest is when you really remember how useful it is to have... Ooh, excellent. Look at that. Excellent thing there. Yeah, when you really want to have the peripheral vision. So tunnel vision in the forest, I hate it. Take no damage? No way. Not going to be able to, I can't. Just take that. Thank you very much. Can't get across that room without taking the damage, so there we go. Excellent. That's another bit of damage that we often take avoided. Let's go for it. See where it takes us. Hope it's not the dungeon. Nope, just back into the castle. That's fine. Don't mind that. That's the risk you take when you use it, and at least it's all more money. I'm not sure if the amount of money in chests is proportional to how much money you have on you at the time, but I do seem to get more high value drops out of chests once I've already got a ton of money, so I'm almost convinced that they are related, but I haven't actually been able to get a sort of concrete answer on that one. If anyone knows, please tell me, because I am interested. Another jukebox. But yeah, don't know, so let's just explore, get more money. He's gonna... yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Try not to walk into the projectiles. Okay. Can I get you from there? Quite a low attack. There we go. So yeah, you just seem to get more. You get maybe 30 gold in some of the first chests you pick up, but then you get a few hundred gold in later ones, you know. And you don't always get hundreds, sometimes it's nothing but coins, but you seem to get more coins than you do in early chests. You know, just something curious that I'm not sure if it is, or if it's just like observer bias. That because I semi-think it happens now, I see it happening more, you know? There we go. Yep, missed the mages, they were blending with bookcases. So let's just take another chest. Enjoy the fact that I think we might actually be able to purchase more mana now, mana armor now. So continue upwards quite interestingly, but I think there might be a few interesting rooms actually further down. Off the room sort of below us at the moment. It just looks like didn't think I'd get off that hill in time to avoid being clipped by that fireball. So let's jump up. Get that one. Ignore the one there because it can't really do much to us. Now it can, but let's send it into the ground. Thank you. Another iron chest. There's a very low chance of it giving us yet another stat upgrade, but I love it when they do. One of the things I love about getting the Calypso's compass and using that, if you manage to get to the end room, you often get a couple of stat upgrades, which is really cool. Okay, nothing in here. Sort of hoping for more mobs just to get a bit more money. So, we need to get back down, I think. See if we can, thank you, get into the other surrounding rooms, see if there's any nice things. Nope. Sort of expected that one to be a mini boss. They're often vertical entries. I can see you. You just need to hit you and not the spikes. There we go. Did you not manage to make one boss? Thank you. Let's see. What have we got? Something that gives us a moment to think and then attacks us. Not really what we want. Boss room. Thank you. Which means money, so we always like that. Case in point of the fact that my theory might be complete and utter rubbish. Let's drop actually. Oh, no. That's got one of those fire slimes in it. That yellow slime that was at the bottom. Evil little monsters. Wrong room. Meant to keep going for this one. Which I'd expect will lead down to the proper entrance. Given that we've just found that the dungeon is below us. Not quite enough damage. That was. That's the times when the retribution runes really do sort of come into their own. Ooh. Really thought I had a ceiling spike headed for my head then. Nope. Still no entrance to the dungeon there. Which implies that it might be this room over here. Yeah. So let's see what's just below us here. As sometimes it equals like money, sometimes it equals super painful death. But we'll see which ones we can aim for in a moment. Now, we've already seen this room. Oh yeah, this guy can do the bigger version, can't he, if he had any mana left. There we go, as you see. Huge amount of mana, not mana, money drops when it drops. But then you've got these ridiculously overly firing enemies that just fire insane amounts of times, and one of those that can't move, so those are good to kill. I get it, thank you. As long as it doesn't realise it can move, they sometimes drop a good amount of mana. So, yep, there's a chest in here. Sort of... get down. Very limited chance of making it to it. But there we go, new unlocked item. Guardian Bracers. Now, that is a high defense set. Guardian set. And this looks like another one we can get to. Should just be money in this one, but excellent. There we go. This is going quite nicely, actually. Say, this part of the castle, depending on what you get in the rooms, can be easier than the other parts. I do find this blends quite well. Depending on... no. Yeah. See, when they don't mess up and forget how to move, they're really... keep turning around before it actually hits it. There we go. I've lost what I was saying, I'm very sorry. There we go. Another one. Nice bit of money. There we go, he's locked himself. That guy gets stuck very easily. Whenever they're on a ledge like that, they have a high tendency to get themselves stuck, which is quite useful. Taking that, as I say, a lot of this part of the castle, this one isn't stuck. A lot of this part of the castle, there's techniques that make things easier. Yeah, you've got to avoid that trail, and the slimes leave a trail, but as they jump, it's not just a trail on the ground all the time, it's also a trail sort of in the air and things, and then when they split, they still leave trails. And they're quite hard, and because they're bigger, they split more times as well. So I tend to struggle quite a lot. Oh, he's done that again. Frequently do they have trouble with little ramps. They register it as an edge rather than an actual way down. Yeah, so as you see, I can navigate to a degree in this room. Oh goodness, that's a lot of remains of... That's the kind of mob you don't want to discover in here, and I can't get to the chest. Oh, we're dead. Oh no, we managed it. Let's see if we can dodge the two spells enough to actually take out these mages. And see if we can get any more money, because we can't get the chest, but we might at least be able to get some money from other mobs. There we go. Missed. And that one, yeah, a bit more damage. Yeah. No gold. Well, I don't think those will attack me here. No. Oh, we're dead. Yeah. Oh, not. That was sheer dumb luck there. I hate rooms like that. No, can't afford it. Let's just kill it on the way then. There we go. So yeah, this part of the castle is quite interesting. Lots of new ways that you have to find to take things on, because you're often just not powerful enough to actually do it the proper way. Oh god. Not a chance in hell. Oh. There we go. A lot of money though, so that was nice. I'll double check how much it was on the stat screen in a second. 3,900. Not bad at all. So might actually go for changing out that retribution room before I spend anything else. But there you go. That was a bit more of the castle that we haven't spent a lot of time in. And we now know what the next boss is, and as I say, I'm actually thinking some sort of high mana spellcaster might be the way to take that one on, due to wanting to stay out of its way, sort of. Spell Sword, hit it occasionally, regain my mana. Archmage, just wail on it with a ton of mana, and hope I do enough damage. Not sure which I'll try. Probably actually end up taking it out with a melee character as usual. Don't know. But we will try that and find out. So, as I said, let me know in the comments whether or not you'd like to see a sort of montage, just to skip forward slightly to me having a few more stats and things from just grinding up some money and buying things like the extra armor, or if you'd quite like just for me to continue doing this as normal. Let me know, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.